there's no riskier business than the film business. Maybe the restaurant business, or used to be the theater business, but that may have pushed above the the independent film business. Folks need to get into it, understanding that sure, we're going to produce a film that has a likelihood of success in the marketplace, and we'll be as smart as we can in that regard. But a lot of these films aren't oriented towards appealing to the dumbest person in the back of the room. Not that every successful film is oriented that way, but it's the reason that little films like Station Agent can get made. Can you imagine going out there and pitching Station Agent to a studio, back then, where with Pete as the lead? And I mean, it's just, who would look at that film? Like, that film only gets done, in my opinion, because of folks coming into it. Sure, they may have seen some commercial upside, but it's because they read this script. And I've got the original draft of the script sitting in my drawer over there. And they fell in love, and they realized, wow, not that it's a piece of art, but this is a wonderful little story, that's unusual and unique and would never get made in a studio. And that film, launched a lot of careers. Pete Dinklage already had a career in the business, but he was absolutely the leading man in that film. And I think folks, may have looked at him a little bit, differently, because it wasn't about, the film was not about his height. It was about his charm and his, charisma and his wonderful, performance and all that. And not to stick too much in the Station Agent, but boy, what an affair of the heart that was, Charlie. I mean, that was the first film that I did that anybody, sort of saw, and it swept at Sundance and, Broadway Bobby Cannavale and Patty Clarkson. I mean, it's just a wonderful group.
And it took off theatrically as well.
Oh, it sure did. And the old Miramax paid a good number for it. I cannot mention the Station Agent without mentioning Mary Jane Skalski, who I've been close friends with and have worked with as a lawyer and a collaborator. We produced films together. Mary Jane is as instrumental as anyone in terms of my career. And Tom also. Tom is a good guy and an incredibly loyal person. I worked with Tom on all his films until he landed, in studio land. He's been very loyal to the folks that that he's worked with.
You were with him right through to Cobbler. I mean, before Spotlight. Yeah.